Well, as far as tips, my tip is never ingest something into your body that you don't know where it's coming from. And buying drugs off the street, which a majority of what we see, and not just in Houston County, everywhere. But these drugs are being purchased off the street, and you don't know whose hands they've been in. And that's the big dangers that you face with this. Fentanyl is really the largest, the single deadliest drug that our country's ever seen. It's been tied to, large numbers of deaths. The last studies that I've seen, over 150 people a day die of a drug overdose involving fentanyl. And those are alarming numbers. And we're just, want to educate and put the information out to people that don't know, the young people especially, that they're using drugs with friends and kind of recreational use, and they may not have any idea that it's laced with fentanyl, or fentanyl is present, being ingested into their body. I'm not sure why fentanyl is the big thing now. It's highly addictive, and a lot of times I think a lot of the drug dealers, when they're selling their product, I believe they're trying to get the person wanting their product more, and that could be one of the reasons that we're seeing a lot of it. Fentanyl is one of those things where it's highly addictive. It doesn't take very much, and some of these overdoses, we even suspect that the person was using fentanyl by choice. But if they take just a little bit too much, then it can result in deaths. And these numbers that I'm sharing today are just death related. That is a small percentage of calls that our local law enforcement, EMS, respond to overdoses where they get the person back, or they transport them to the hospital and they survive the overdose. So these numbers, while they're shocking, a lot of numbers, that doesn't tell the whole story on how many overdoses that we have, not only here in Houston County, but in our state and country. A big thing with fentanyl is it can even be absorbed through your skin. So the dangers, not just ingesting it, but we have worked cases where the parents of small children have had substance in the open, laying on tables where children could reach it. So the dangers of fentanyl, all you have to do is touch something. And if it's laced with fentanyl, then it absorbs through your skin. So that makes it even more dangerous, and even children could get their hands on it if it's laying out inside a residence.